This is my alchemy lab, aka the spare bedroom. Today, we're gonna melt some stuff. Why? Why not? This right here, that is called antimony. Antimony is not quite a metal, but it is a metalloid. We're just gonna melt it, see what it looks like. Try any of this at home. Make sure that you practice all the safety standards. You're going to want to wear a face mask, probably some protective gloves, gloves. I am a professional alchemist, so I have built up an immunity to things like antimony fumes. Don't do it the way I do it, because the way I do it appears unsafe, but I'm very safe, rest assured. And that is antimony. And she is a smoking. That's why you need to wear a mask. Always wear a mask. Safety first. Safety first. I had one on. I took it off while the camera was flipping. Alright, so I've lifted the antimony off of this iron. This cast iron, it is a mold for wires and plates. And here's our antimony. Notice she's kind of sparkly. Alright, figure out what to focus on here, camera. I'm confusing it. Apparently, the thing in the foreground not registering as what's important, which is kind of symbolic. So yeah, that's our melted antimony. I'm going to put this back with the rest of my antimony because nothing goes to waste, which is also symbolic. All right, next up on the burning block, it's going to be lead. For this, I am using a bullet. Right. This bullet came out of a bullet. You see, a bullet can represent both the bullet or the bullet and the casing with gunpowder in it. This one's been removed from the casing. The gunpowder, well, it's not really gunpowder, it's called propellant. It's not quite the same as what gunpowder used to be. And so we've all heard how dangerous lead is. Now, if you do ingest lead, the typical way that a bullet enters your body, it's very deadly. That's important to know. But according to science, lead is also poisonous in other ways. So they've completely removed it from the world, except for bullets and some pipes still that carry drinking water, but that's not important. So we're going to melt this as well, but I'm going to get some safety gear on first. All right, so we've got our safety gear on now. And so we're going to go ahead and melt the bullet, and let's do this. as you see, lead has a very, very low melting point. This is MAP gas. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around a lot. But, you know, safety first. So there's our lead. That casing left over is bronze. Mainly bronze. Now that we're melted, we don't need our safety gear anymore. God forbid we get lead poisoning. Now, I'm not making light of lead poisoning. Too much of anything is poisonous. Too much of anything is poisonous. Understand? Now, you might wonder, with all the precautions that we have in place to keep us safe from things like lead poisoning, why would we use lead in bullets even? You know, because, well, I mean, the bottom line is if you're shooting somebody, you're not really worried about their health. Kind of like children. Like, we worry about their health until they're old enough to carry a gun and go to war. And you don't care about their health anymore at that point. But very important up until then. That's why we feed them sugar non-stop from the time they're born. Because we care about their health.